One more time. What's up, guys? Welcome into another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I am your host with Trent Anita over here. Welcome in, Trent. You made the absolutely fantastic timing. I had to fix my hat. You got to fix your hat. Guys, we made it in last minute to not minute timing frame, guys. So we're super excited to be here. You know, we were here in the morning, and it was great. Lots of fun, lots of good times. What's going on in the market? We're going to do a quick overview for everybody. You know, we'll check out XRP and XLM. Still doesn't look like it's, in the sweet spot. And we're going to go over the Solana. It's pumping, broke $200. Again, guys, it's a great time, man, to be in the markets. I feel bad for anybody who's trying to DCA in, but it's never too late until you start it, man. You know, your first buying opportunity is either going to lower it or raise it. So, regardless of where you go and where you live, your walk is get in. Guys, please smash that golden like button if you like seeing Trent and my face here. Yes, smash it up, but not down, because our faces are valuable and they can't take any more bruises. So please smash that like button like that to the upside. We have the subscribe bell, guys. We get 4 good rings like that. Guys, that's just a reminder to show you the golden bell for YouTube's sake, because they always ask us to do it because they want us to look smaller than we actually are. We are a growing community, and over there on Rumble, we kick ass and take names all the time. I don't know why we have to ask for the subscribe bell, because I don't even know if Rumble even has a subscribe bell. So maybe that's one of the things that they have going for them that's different than everything else. Man, you know, we really appreciate you guys helping us grow the channel, grow the community. We are working on stuff in the background. Trent and Marley are always crushing it, and we always have Mesquick helping us out with the freaking thumbnails. They always look like fire. And I'm going to take a sip of Voodoo Ranger today with this Juicy Hazy IPA. And guys, you know what's special about this particular one? I went fishing about a week and a half ago, and I forgot it in my trunk, and I was cleaning my trunk out, and I found it. Hey, look at that, a beer. And, you know, it's probably had a couple warm days, but I put it in the fridge. Should be cool now. Dude, I'm getting like this Italian, like 25% Italian. I'm getting like this Italian mustache coming in. I can't get him to stop curling. I was like, is this a thing? Do I have to live with this for the rest of my life? We'll get a little ASMR pop going on over here. Just for Trent style. Ow! That's that heat from the sun over the last couple of weeks, just coming in, bringing all that foam brizzleness to the surface. The head, it looks like a golden brown fluff overlay. Pretty nice color and texture, and it has a nice pineapple, citrus, pine needle smell to it. Wow, does my nose look that big on camera? Holy cow, I never realized how big my nose was after looking at it. Like, geez. My nose is really small, guys. I don't know why the camera makes me look like my nose is 72, but it does. So, hey, yo, check it out. We got Trent over here. He's about to pop his beer.
Yes. And welcome again to the Brew Crew. We appreciate you tuning in. Today, I'm bringing Hang My Boots. Bringing this one back. It's a hazy triple India Pale Ale.
Shadow of Crypto, what's up?
Monkish Brewing Company out of Torrance and Anaheim, California, coming in at 10.3% even. Drink freshy, it says. Freshy. Got our ASMR pop. Our pour.
Nice opaque yellow.
Yes, sir. You know it.
Good 2 fingers coming in right there.
Finger and a half, you know, whatever.
Yeah, no, finger and a half. No, it's like more than 1 finger.
Juice bomb on this one. So there we go.
Hey. cracking lacking, man.
So what are we what's going on in the news today? What's on fire out there in the world of crypto news?
We'll go load it up right here, right here. Trump's, I was reading that, it slid over. Donald Trump could be put vitriol over scam victims' testimony. Crypto ATM seized in the UK amid growing scrutiny of kiosk-based exchanges. Judge allows testimony of feasible Tornado Cash code changes. High digital accelerants of AI pivot. I don't care about that. No one cares about that. And here's what happened in the news today. We have BitGo files for U.S. IPO as crypto custody business surpasses $100 billion. Let's freaking go. Oh, somebody sent us a butterfly over there on Kick. Thank you so much for the butterfly. It makes me feel more manly, masculine. Digital assets custodian BitGo has filed paperwork to pursue an initial public offering IPO in the United States, highlighting the crypto industry continue to push toward the mainstream financial markets. On Monday, BitGo announced it had confidentially submitted a draft registration statement, Form S1, to the Securities Exchange Commission (SEC) for proposed IPO. If it's a Class A common stock, at the time of filing, no determination was made on the number of shares or price range of the stock offering. As publication, the registration statement had not yet appeared on the SEC EDGAR database. BitGo is one of the crypto industry's largest custodians, with assets under custody surpassing $100 billion in the first half of 2025 and from $60 billion at the start of the year, according to Bloomberg. The IPO comes as BitGo seeks to expand its presence overseas, with the company recently secured regulatory approval in the European Union under the Markets and Crypto Assets MiCA framework. As reported by Coin Tell the Truth, the approval extends BitGo's digital asset services across the EU. Crypto funds post record for 4.4 billion inflows as Ether ETPs break 2024 gains. Cryptocurrency investment product posted record-breaking inflows last week as they record gains for 14th consecutive week. Global exchange traded funds (ETPs) recorded 4.4 billion of inflows for trading the week that ended Friday. CoinShares reported on Monday. The inflows came on Bitcoin surging past 122,000 for the first time on July 14th, then dropping to an intra-week low of 116,000 before finishing the trading week at around 120, according to CoinGecko data. You know what's so interesting about this trend is, like, I remember Bitcoin being at 16,000, battling like 20K. I'm like, it could do it, and then drops back down to 18. Like, it could go back up. Yes, we're at 20K, then it could go back down. You're like, no, we're at 19. That's at 21K. Now here we are, $100,000 later on top of it. 3 years later, 100K difference. I mean, guys, tell me that's not a short-term miracle of like what crypto can do for you.
Absolutely. Shadow of Crypto says, what do you guys think about hype? Thinking about getting exposure while it's consolidating, as other cryptos have been ripping in the last week or so. So we'll make a note to add this to our charts segment. Since you've been here, Shadow, we've began our journey on the Blockchain Brew Show of sticking to a very specific rundown. So we'll add that to our chart segment, which is coming up next, and we'll tell you what Market Cypher is doing. I'll say this for right now. I've looked at Hyperliquid on Bubbles, and I have thought to myself that, it's due for a move because, it hasn't quite had the move that you would expect. So
I also worry about the liquidity because it just doesn't seem unnatural. It seems unnaturally large.
Yeah. Well, I'll throw up a couple X posts from the news, and then we'll get moving on to the charts.
Sounds good to me, Trent, because there's nothing really else that's extremely interesting. Did you happen to get the picture I sent you?
Ooh, let me pull up my text. The picture you sent me.
Just because it seems something interesting that we might.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I understand all the implications of this yet, because it raises some serious questions.
Some serious questions about also the source is not always accurate.
Yeah.
And we don't want to expose who the source is.
Got you. Okay, so let me stop showing all of our
What's
DMs.
up, Sean? Sean, I couldn't find that chain you were talking about, Seneca protocol. I couldn't find it. I looked. I went to CoinMarketCap. I typed in Seneca protocol. I could not find it.
So first things first with the news. So I don't know if you guys saw this. It's on our thumbnail, but Watcher Guru posted today, on July 21st at 9:30 a.m. says, just in, Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna files criminal referral against Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell with the Department of Justice. Man, I have a couple of thoughts about this. First, let me, expand my screen here. And what I want to say about this is two things. Oh, music is really loud. Got you. I'll bring that down just a tad. That should be a bit better. Let me bring it. There we go. 72. We'll see how that goes. So I have a couple of thoughts about this. Number one, no one thought Jerome Powell was going to be lucky enough to get this woman to file anything against him. Even if it is a criminal referral with the Department of Justice. It's one of those things where it's like, she talked to me. It's like, well, yeah, but she filed a restraining order against you. Yeah, but she talked to me. Like, no one thought Jerome Powell would get lucky enough for for her to have any interest in him, positive or negative. So there we go. My real thought about this, it's not just jesting, is that, for a while it seemed like it was only Trump, blowing the trumpet of fire Jerome Powell, right? And that's fine, but sometimes, I don't want to say Trump is the boy who cried wolf, but sometimes we can get the impression that, hey, Trump is the only one out there that is on that's riding that horse, so to speak. And what this shows me is, and we've been knowing this for a couple weeks now, there's been whispers of it, right? But what this shows me is that, no, there's other people in DC that are all talking to each other, that want to get Jerome Powell out of that position as the chair of the Federal Reserve. It's not just Trump. There is more momentum behind this. Now, that's not to say that the President of the United States, does not carry a lot of momentum in his own right. That's not what I'm trying to suggest. What I am trying to suggest is that the President of the United States is not a dictator, according to constitutional law. He can do a lot, but he cannot do everything by himself. It's called checks and balances, right? So, this does show me that there is other momentum behind the push against Jerome Powell than just Trump. So I like to see this. Next piece of news here is that, here's just two posts, one from that Martini guy and one from All in Crypto. And I could pull an article about it if I wanted to, but I was in a little bit of a rush here.
What's up, Pepe?
That Martini guy says, breaking, the White House has officially confirmed
Heck yeah, I've seen that clip.
Bitcoin and crypto policy report will be released tomorrow. All in Crypto says the White House is set to release its first crypto policy report before the end of this month. There could be news of the Trump administration's crypto reserve. So Martini guy says it's tomorrow. What this is, by the way, it's not something random. It's simply the Presidential Working Group on Crypto and Digital Assets had 100 days from inauguration or so to present to the president a plan to begin acquiring Bitcoin and crypto assets as part of a U.S. strategic reserve and digital stockpile, right? So that plan was finalized and presented to the president at the very end of June, actually. So now what we're getting is going to be Trump's public statement about what that plan is. Guys, this is huge. Like, remember when Trump tweeted in March or whatever it was, and that tweet included Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano alongside of Bitcoin in a digital asset stockpile. And immediately several of those coins just ripped right off of the announcement of it, but that was by the rumor sell the news because, well, there was no rumor and there was no news. It was just kind of dropped one day, right? But the thing about that is that what the FOMO in the market didn't understand at the time was that this was going to be a bit of a process. It was going to be a behind closed doors process for over 100 days. And then the president and his office had to actually review the plan that they were presented. So now we're going to be told officially what the plan is. Guys, that's going to be, number one, who knows what he's going to say. Number two, I don't think he's going to go back on any of the coins that he's already mentioned in the digital stockpile, right? If Grayscale doesn't think he's going to go back on it, right? Because the large cap fund that they filed matched the strategic reserve exactly. So Grayscale doesn't think he's going to go back on any of those coins. So I don't, at minimum, when we get this plan, I don't think we're going to see any regressions here. I think we're only going to see, positive movements forward to this. What do you think?
I'm just excited, man. I think there's a lot of science saying that any day we could have a turnaround. And this is just one thing that a lot of people they forget about until it happens. Like, when was the last time we heard about people, the government started accumulating crypto? It's been a long time. They kind of, we got to finish up this SEC thing. We got Paul Atkins in there. We got to get this place, that place. We got to drop all these other lawsuits, which the guy before Paul Atkins took over the SEC, who was sitting there, dropped a lot of the lawsuits. He's like, I know what's coming. I'm going to do these guys a favor and help them out, And so I just think that, dude, all season is right around the corner, man. Like, I don't know if we're in a forwardness yet, but we're in a good uptrend that I have been definitely enjoying as much as my bags have been enjoying. Sean, you definitely said Seneca. I am 100% sure that was you. I know that was you. I went back and you said 3 comments. You said, good night, good morning, check out Seneca. I will go back and prove it. Not crazy, Sean.
It wasn't him. It was Sean Acorn.
I don't know about that.
So, what do we got coming up next?
I saw that clip, Shadow, where Jerome Powell said that. Close the fucking door.
I didn't see that, actually. I gotta go look it up. It sounds funny.
Yeah, this is like, I don't know, it's probably 6 months ago. He said that. Because people asked him if they was going to close, are they going to cut their rates or something like that, and he hot-mic'd it. He was pissed. The damn reporters asking me the same questions every time, like they thought I'd say something differently. You know, I actually believe that Jerome Powell.
What a dick, though, if that's the case. Like,
he is a kind of dick, dude. I think so, man. He's 72. You don't give a flying frick anymore. I do think, though, my honest opinion is I bet you Jerome Powell wants to cut rates. I bet you he wants to do it, and he knows he should do it. I think there's a higher power in there saying, nah, dude, we put you in there and we could take you out. You better not cut those rates, you know? It's kind of like your boss, you know, being like a manager at a store, and you're like, I want to go out there and help this old lady, you know, walk out to the car. And then your boss goes, if you do that, I'm firing you because you're not helping the next customer and you're costing me money.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel like. I think Jerome Powell's stuck in between a rock and a hard place. You know, he probably is an a-hole in real life, but I think that there are some things that he knows, you know, like he knows it's obvious when you start taking things out of the CPI data to make the numbers look better.
Yeah.
You know, he knows what he's doing that is wrong, but he's being told to do it regardless.
Didn't Trump put him there initially?
I think he might have, but
I thought it was Biden.
I don't know if it was Biden because it's a 10-year, right? So he's almost out. But I do know Trump put a lot of people in the first term. I mean, dude, look at the guy's pictures entering the White House. You know, in 2016, he's like this. Yeah, I made it, guys. I can't believe I did it. And the second one was like, I'm pissed. You know, I mean, he was told he trusted a lot of people he shouldn't have trusted for positions that he should have put in there. And yeah, dude, I think Jerome Powell was just the bad one.
Yes, it was Trump. It was. I just looked it up. But, you know, the interesting thing about that is, you know, do you remember what? He didn't know the game yet.
He didn't know the game. I know, which is crazy that he didn't know the game. Exactly. But, dude, I think he learned the game. Sorry, trying to interrupt you. I think he learned the game when Biden was in there and he wasn't in there. Trump said, I wish I could be out of the picture for a time so I could see who my true enemies and my true friends are. And I think when he lost the election to Biden, which we'll debate whether he really did or really didn't, regardless, he let everything play out. That gave him clarity. And he's like, dude, when I get back in there, he's like, I'm going to pop all these other efforts. He's like, he saw the board so clearly, you know, it's like playing Stratego and be like, oh, that's where the guy's flag is. And that's where his one is. These are where the bombs are at. Okay. You know, you can't just go straight to the flag and win. He's going through and taking out the pieces as he's going down the board right now. That's all he's doing.
Trump is a different animal from his first term.
Sure.
You know, if you remember his comments on crypto back in his first term, he was like, why do I want anything to do with crypto? It's a competitor to the, you know, it's trying to be a competitor to the dollar. And he downplayed it, didn't take it seriously, and basically said he was against it. You know, look now. And that's not flip-flopping, okay? People can grow in a spectrum of knowledge and education about, you know, the relevant points. Funny story about Trump's first term, and I don't, you know, I'm not trying to make any kind of statement one way or another about immigration, you know, other than that we obviously just can't just have open borders. It's unworkable. You don't leave your door unlocked. I mean, I do actually, but you also don't know where I live, so. But you know, you don't leave your door unlocked. You don't have an open border around your house. So, hey, like, so other than that, I'm not trying to make a statement about the current sentiment around immigration, but back in and I say that just because I'm sympathetic to a lot of people's plights, especially the DACA community, and you know, a lot of people that were raised here since birth, and you know, have no business being ripped away from their communities. But anyways, back in 2017 when Trump got elected, there were riots on the 101 freeway in Los Angeles, and the freeway was shut down. It was filled with protesters. Well, I was driving in LA at the time with my friend Rudy, and Rudy rolls down the window as we're driving on the 101 freeway, like, you know, 2 miles an hour as it's filled with protesters. And he rolls down the window and he yells, Trump forever. and a bunch of heads turn and look at him, and then he goes, "I'm just kidding, I'm Mexican," and then they all start laughing. It was a funny and crazy time. But, yeah.
What's up, G Heaven? Haven't seen you here before. What's up, GIG Gaming TV? What's up, guys? What up? What up? I just wanted to show this trend. I was like going to pull this picture. Okay, so this is Trump's first term. You see him smiling, happy as Pence. He's looking good. You know, he's like, "Hey guys, we made it in. This is awesome." You know, like he's like, "We did it." You know, and then 8 years later, you have this picture of him. He's like, "Them motherfuckers." They, smiling in that one. You know what I mean? He's like, "I'm coming after you," type of face. Like, "How dare you? How dare you cost me that midterm?" He's like, "Now I got to board clear. I'm coming after you," type face. Scary face.
Yeah, Pepe, no rate cuts in July. I'm with that. But man,
What? Really? No rate cuts in July? No way. Guys, we expected rate cuts, right? All along. Just kidding.
end of September, it's gonna freaking rip though. Watch
I
it.
think so. October, man. That's why they call it October.
Yeah.
And then we got Moonbember. I know they say Santa Rally December, but
Yeah, but that's really iffy.
that's really iffy. It is.
Yeah.
It really is iffy. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm pretty excited for October, November, guys. I really, really am. Trent hopes that XRP breaks $1.10 by then, but we'll have to wait and see if that's actually the case.
I mean, hey, I'm excited for July and August. I mean, really, like I think we're getting quite the summer run coming up, but it's not going to hold a candlestick to the October run, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think like trying to know what Pepe and Shadow. I think Jerome Powell is an ass. I do think he wishes he could cut rates, but I think there'll puppet strings being pulled where he can't actually do it. All right, guys, we're gonna head over to the bubbles. Trent, do you like bubbles, right?
I like me some bubbles, yeah.
Before we started streaming, did you ever use bubbles?
No, I started using them because of you.
Yeah, they work pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice from switching between charts and bubbles, just because it helps my eyes like take a break from like the candles.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw you pull it up, I was like, "What in the world is this?" Like, I was like, the first time I was like, "It looks kind of cheesy and like non-serious," but no, I was wrong about that. It's yeah.
It's a good tool, isn't it? When you're like trying to scan for like what's about to pump.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting, Trent. I was looking at it, and I was, like 2 weeks ago, Trent. I kid you not, 2 weeks ago, we were looking at these charts, and half of these were deep in the red. You remember that? Half of these on the monthly were deep in the red, and I was like, dude, I don't know, man. I was like, wait a minute, guys. These are what you could tell what is going to pump next. You can see what you missed, but you can see what you could probably also catch too.
Pepe, I do think he can only tell Trump to F off for so long, though. And I do think we're about to see him F around and find out. Because, like I just showed at the beginning of the, I mean, I don't know if you were on stream for it yet, but Senator or Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna filed criminal referral against Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell with the Department of Justice. So it's not just Trump that he's bucking and pissing off. He's about to F around and find out, and he's gonna find out from a lot of angles. I think.
I think it's very possible, man. I think it's very possible.
Banana Republic says this. That might be true. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, very interesting. I actually never heard that before. Interesting intake, Banana Republic. You know what's interesting too, Trent, is Algo is only up 81% at the 2.5 billion market cap. Well, you have H4 up 96%, both ISO 222 products at 11 billion market cap. You really would feel like Algo should be outperforming Hedera because of market cap size. You know?
Yeah.
And what's really interesting too is Hedera's up 96%. It's on the toes of XLM, and XLM is running at almost 15 billion market cap. Isn't that crazy, Trent?
Yeah.
It is
I do think we forgot to say, because we had G Heaven pop in the chat, and now Banana Republic. Just in case we forgot to really emphasize it, guys, it's a hard grind on YouTube. We would deeply and greatly appreciate if you subscribe to the channel
and donate $50 to my Venmo.
And if you subscribe to the Blockchain Brew, you might not be subscribing to the biggest, the largest, or the most intelligent crypto community on YouTube, but you would definitely be subscribing to the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. Cheers. You would also, as I used to say, you would touch T-Square right in his heart. But now I say you would touch T-Square right in his banana zone.
You know what, Trent? I am going to mail you a dozen different types of bananas in the mail. You know there's such a thing as a blue banana?
No.
Yeah. And there's also red bananas, too. They sell them at my store.
Okay.
And I'm going to watch you eat them on stream. Facts, Trent. Facts. Wait till I get freaky on you.
Oh, no.
You're just glad I'm not going to Vegas now.
You guys, that's on our other channel.
Yeah, that's not, you mean our OnlyFans? I'm just kidding, guys. Nothing gay here, seriously. We're just
you ever watched the girl on TikTok that her thing is called OnlyPans and she does cooking?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, she says, "Hey babes, hope you're horny."
Yeah, coming through balls. No, why would they come in through balls?
But they do come in a blue sack.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Shit, man. Anyways, we're going back over the crypto bubbles. We're wriggling our minds out of the gutter. The only thing down for the week is Pump.Fun. And the second thing that read for the week is Hype. And then we got XMR. Even Picoin's doing pretty good, which is crazy to think. Come on, Picoin, you can win. Daily, interesting. All the stuff that's running is Radium, Jupiter, Solana projects. Squat's finally waking up a little bit. We have Caspa running up 15%. We got Pingu. Budget Penguins at 2.3 million market cap. Is Pingu on Solana or ETH, Trent?
ETH, I believe. But before we start charting, we have to pick coins from the bubbles and put them up as a poll for our crypto cemetery segment. One of them that I'm going to pick is Caspa.
Caspa. All right, guys, I'm creating a poll right now. What do you guys think should be in the crypto cemetery? Crypto cemetery. I think I spelled that right.
This is out of 4 coins. Which one do you think is dead? And define dead however you want to. I tend to define it as it's not going to be relevant next cycle. Shadow of Crypto says Monero. Throw that one in there.
Hey, that's a Bitwise pick, man. I had a Bitwise guy meet up with me in Georgia when we were doing business, Shadow, and he said that Monero is going to be a hot pick. He said it's going to be a whole new thing. And once AI gets into crypto, that privacy coins are going to be a whole new narrative.
Yeah, but throw it in the poll. It doesn't mean it has to win.
What's like another layer 2? What's XTZ?
Ethereum layer 2s. You got like what was a big one back in the day besides Polygon?
Hey, I might have spelled that one wrong, guys, but I think you'll know what I'm trying to say. Okay, and there was another one. I'm thinking of one. I'm thinking, guys, of another one.
How about? Oh, I got a funny one. This is an old one. Hey, if you know this one, you might have been watching some BitBoy in 2021. How about Band Protocol? Back in the day, it was supposed.
I don't even know is that even relevant? That might have already died.
Yeah.
We'll use that one next time. I'm gonna start a poll.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a chain link competitor back in the day. You know?
Where is Band at, guys? I'm kind of curious. Band Protocol, dude. I remember this one because I remember when Lifer was talking about it. 328. Oh, it's right next to Banana again.
Yeah, Sean. Trumpy Dumpty said that back in 2017 for sure. What a change!
I don't know, guys. I mean, Band Protocol could be waking up again, Dread.
Could it?
Well, look at it. It bought it at 57 cents. It's up 25% at almost 77. Yeah. It's almost the same price as ADA.
Well, but
it capped out, back at it capped. Where is this at? Why is that? Oh, capped in December at $2.20. I mean, I don't think ADA hit $2.20.
Okay, but market cap, bro. I mean, by that logic, Yearn Finance then is like, the second best coin that there is if we go by price.
Dude, Yearn Finance, dude. Is that the one that's
throw that one on there.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Yearn, 238 market cap. Oh my gosh, $6,000 a coin. Wasn't this at one point like 60,000 per coin?
Yes, it was.
Oh my gosh, and they got hacked too. They had 251% hacks.
Yeah. Hey, the XRP of Asia, but if you do your research,
down here too.
With Visa, yeah.
Interesting about Mudang. Somebody was saying they were getting delisted someplace.
Yeah, I agree with your take on XLM, Sean.
Take on XLM? XLM Stella? Velo? Dude, I have Velo saved, dude. I actually have Velo in the chart. Velo has actually been pumping, believe it or not, like pretty aggressively. Velo's up 74. Look at that. That looks like it's about a freaking leg up again. It's up 60%, 80, almost 80% for the month. I bet you most of your coins aren't even up that high. Coin 30% for the week. That was also another Lifer one, dude. I remember Lifer talking about that one.
Lucas, what big XRP news are you talking about exactly? Other than just...
Did we talk about XRP, the massive news yet? Sorry, late to the party. I don't know if there is massive news yet, Lucas. Yeah. I know that I was charting it this morning, and it looked super, super, super sweet on the 12-hour, and I was going to get into it a little bit more with you guys.
Yeah, like we did cover news about
Here's Velo.
Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna filing a injunction against Jerome Powell with the Department of Justice. We also talked about Trump. The word on the street is that he's just TA. Got you. Yeah. Word on the street is that Trump is presenting to the public the finalized plan on how to acquire Bitcoin and crypto assets as part of the digital stockpile. So, yeah, that's big stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if you're referring to the morning, Lucas. We did a morning stream, but we were looking at this candle on the 12-hour, and what we were seeing on XRP, we was hoping we would mirror XLM with this green dot, swinging to the upside like a hook, and we didn't quite get it. As you see, we swung up, we hooked, and then we kind of slightly came down. We're still technically bullish, but it's not the greatest feeling. This one I was hoping would leg up and would leg up to our next level. So we're kind of, I wouldn't say I would rule it out of the question, but we kind of waited. Now we're in like a little time lapse. Now it might be like a day. It might be like a day or two, okay? That's where we're kind of at on that. At least on the 12-hour. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour has been trading sideways, slightly down. The money flow is just coming down a little bit. VWAP is down a little bit. So we'll probably... tomorrow's Tuesday. I would really keep an eye on Wednesday, man. A lot of stuff pumps Wednesday. I'll be live tomorrow morning also, and we could go over it again, see what actually is shooting. How is Monero winning against Melania in the dead market, dude? That is crazy to me. That's just wild, guys. I can't believe that you guys are saying that. The daily, man, I really wanted that candle close up here. We were so close, man. We're like just a smidget of an hour away. We don't want those red dots. We don't want those red dots, man. I'm just saying. The 2-day, if we could keep curving up without a sharp downtrend, I'd feel a lot better on the 3-day. The 2-day definitely made me feel a little bit bearish because that red dot appeared. The daily swung down. I really just didn't want to see that, guys. I didn't want to see it. I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna roll over to Bitcoin, see what actually is going on with Bitcoin and ETH, and then I'll let Trent do Solana. I'll let Trent cover the Sol game, guys. Actually, you know what? You guys always ask about Zebek protocol, and me and John talked about this, guys. Looking at that Zebek protocol, it's pumping up. John asked me today if it was a good time to buy. I told him I can't give him financial advice, but I said yes, I think it could be a good time to buy. Now, the reason why I was saying that, I'm talking about John 3:16, is because we talked about 2 days ago this breakup we had. We thought this could be a bottom because it was really close to our levels that we drew. We had the breakup, break down, break up, but then we didn't break below a low. But then we broke up below a higher high. Same thing down here. We didn't break down below a low and start breaking up. We're like, oh, guys, well, this is interesting. Keep an eye on it. That might be a reversal. Then we actually closed above the triangle we drew. And we had a tight little green dot also right here on the 4-hour. We're like, huh, wow, maybe this is actually, an uptrend that we're in. And so we were talking, me and John talked about earlier, I think we might have been, on the 4-hour. So we were about 3 hours away. I think we were right here, range-ish. So we just barely broke up, and I would wait for like one more candle maybe if you didn't want to try. I said you could get gains, but we don't know when it's going to dip. And we didn't want it to break up and then break right back down to the triangle because that would just be freaking annoying. So I kind of said wait for some confirmation. So we waited for some confirmation. Now it's been going. So now the area where Zebek is going to be struggling is its main level of resistance right in this range right here. That's the strongest level that we'll have. But we're so freaking pumped up right now. There's a good chance that we can break above it, guys. I'm not kidding. There's a good chance that we break above it. That'd be huge. Melania is dead and is definitely dead. Even Melania got rugged. Baron took it all over. Baron rugged his mom.
Ew.
I was trying to get your mind out of the gutter. Guys, we're looking over on friggin' Ethereum. Ethereum has been so hot, dude, for like the last week, dude. Probably the last couple of weeks. And we look at the hourly candles. We shoot up, small breakdown, cool off, shoot up, breakdown, shoot up, breakdown, shoot up, breakdown, shoot up, breakdown. I mean, it's just been this whole thing. Shout out to you. Oh my gosh, you guys are too much. 4 hours. It's been going to 21 slight plateauing. It's really interesting where we're at on Ethereum because we literally came down and created a doji candle off the 21. So, I mean, that is a sign of a reversal, and the reversal is a downtrend. So, I mean, maybe we bounce off the 21 and we break back up. It's either that or we break through the 21 and probably head to the 50. Which I don't really think that's as likely with all the great news that we got going on. Melania, you guys think it rugged? Damn. But Pepe, what do you think about Melania? I don't know, man. I think Melania's probably going to keep pumping, dude. It's kind of like a Trump meme coin. I think as long as he's in office doing stuff, it might be the only meme coin that's pumps through the whole bear market for all I know. I have no idea. Sean's like, yep, it rugged. I don't know, guys. I'm the crypto cemetery. You guys are 43% Caspa, 43% Monero. No one said Adam, and only like 1-2 people said Melania. I don't know if it's actually dead or not dead. If you think it's dead, then I definitely. Pepe say he would never buy it. I don't know, Pepe. I don't know, man. Maybe you would buy it. Maybe you just might never say never. Never say
You know
never.
what? Hold on. I want to show one thing that I just drew on the chart right now.
Go for it,
I just drew this in real time as
you gotta get off the X account unless you want to go over BitFi before you go into try.
Oh, sure. I may as well. It's right here. Our bottom banner does say charts and TA.
You should
Level
click
up,
on it so it zooms in.
level up trades with BidFi. What? Christopher, why do you think our banner says level up trades with BidFi?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Because you want to level up and you want to trade at BitFi because they're the greatest exchange out there. No VPN, no KYC, the greatest bonuses, even better than Blowfin. And we partner up with Blowfin, guys. We love Blowfin. And the thing is that you just can't beat the $5,000 deposit for $1,000 bonus. I mean, that's for new users only, but anybody can go create an account. Super easy, super smooth. Like I said, no KYC, no VPN. Deposit $5,000 and you get your $1,000. That's for if you're experienced. And if you want to trade the whole 6,000, you can. Just don't get liquidated, man, because that's a large number for even a lot of people to get hurt by. But you could also take your $5,000 and just trade with $1,000, and that's just free money, man. And if you really want to learn, you got $100 and you get $60 bonus. I mean, can you really beat that anywhere? Go ahead, tell me one place. Excuse me, you can beat that because I want to talk to those people.
Yeah, you know, like this $5,000 deposit or $1,000 deposit bonus. The thing about it, unlike a lot of exchanges, you don't have to meet a certain level of trading volume, and it's not to our advantage to tell you this because we get commission on trading fees. So we want you to trade with the whole $6,000. We just don't want you to get liquidated because we want you to keep trading, right? So but it's not to our advantage to tell you this, but we're just saying the truth, like how we see it. If you really wanted to come up, what you could do is deposit your $5,000 worth of assets. That could be all in stables. That could be a little Bitcoin, a little ADA, a little this, a little that. If your deposits total over $5,000, you get a $1,000 bonus in your bonus wallet. You can then withdraw that $5,000 and trade only with your bonus if you want to. So it's up to you, all up to you. What do you guys think about?
Is it too risky for USA traders? I'm worried about it. I know you're slightly biased, but I should pull all my cash on transfer ASAP. So I've used Weeks. I don't know if Trent has, but I've definitely used Weeks. I liked Weeks more than Bluefin, and I like BitFi more than Weeks. And my problem I had with Weeks were the fees that would get me. And also, when I was trading, Weeks' candles were a bit wonky. So I'm like, okay, good. I didn't hit where I was at. And it always hits like a little higher and a little lower than it should to liquidate you. And one of the pet peeves I had about it, too, is the percentage of, like, let's say you get liquidated at 10%, right? Well, that's where you said your thing. It liquidates you at 7% because it takes like some sort of security risk. It drove me absolutely crazy. I'm like, what? Why would it do that? I said this price at this number and it shouldn't happen. And Weeks is notorious for that. And when I asked around, because we have people in this space, they said, yes, that happens pretty commonly on Weeks. And I didn't like it. I was not a fan of that. I thought it was simpler to use than Blowfin. But dude, it drove me nuts with the fees, and it drove me nuts with not buying the actual price I was buying and not selling when the price I chose to sell it, because it would fill multiple orders and hit me multiple fees, and in that 7% over, like I say, I'm gonna not get liquid at 10 until it hits this price. I'm like, okay, if XRP example 350 would be liquidation price, and it was like the XRP was like 325, it would liquidate me at like 345. I'm like, dude, clearly I wanted to hit that 350 before I got liquidated, but it wasn't my favorite. It's a good account, but it's simple, but I wasn't a huge fan. I was not a huge fan. And also they had some scan wicks on there. I have a buddy of mine, he was in the Lifer Discord group, and he was saying that everybody was upset one day because they were all in a trade on ADA, and ADA wicked down to like 5 cents and then wicked right back up to, actually, I think he said he wicked up to like $1.50 and then wicked right back, and then went back down to like its normal price of like 50 cents, and literally killed all the long and all the short. Some crazy scam wick went both directions and nailed both the leverage trades. So there are some problems with Weeks, and I'm not saying it's so bad. I've used Weeks. Okay, I'm not lying. I've used Weeks, but I think BitFi works the best with me. I don't get the scam wicks. I get the better trading bonuses. I get the cheaper fees through using our link. Get that 20% cheaper fee Why not, guys? Why freaking not?
Well,
We pulled the money out with no issues, but 8 months ago, a lot of U.S. workers said they had issues pulling money out, specifically U.S. traders. Well, then I wouldn't use it, dude. That's the black and white to me. I mean, that's a red flag. If they survive, I'd be like, well, maybe I'll go back after the bear market.
Well, here's where I'm at, Lucas. Like, I trade for, yes, we're trying to build this business, okay? And yes, we have made like over a whopping $120 with commission on BidFi, okay? Now that's pretty good considering that, we've only had a handful of people making trades, so like we're doing well, and we really believe we're going to grow with them, and it's going to be really good. Actually, like we're talking about, well, we're not just talking about it. I am going to go to Rare Evo, and I'm going to rep some BidFi merch there in Las Vegas at Rare Evo, and we're going to collab on some things. Like me and my wife are going to shoot some footage. We're going to get their logo in the footage at BidFi, and if it comes out good, BidFi might even put our video on their website and stuff. And they may or may not pay us for the footage, but like we definitely are believing this is going to be a very good long-term partnership for us. But beyond that, like if we're just talking about right here, right now, like we're a small YouTube channel, and building this business can take some time. But day to day, what I do for income is I trade. Now, my wife is set up really well too with a school district position. She does really well. But what I do for income is I trade. And, right now, like money where my mouth is, I'm trading with, $31,000 in this account. And I pull money out from BidFi. I send it to Coinbase, and then I send it from Coinbase to my bank. Molly says, pick me up from the pool when you're done. Got you.
I think you should go get in the pool with it, Trent.
I do this. I withdraw money from BidFi, like, I don't know, at least once a week. On a heavy week, maybe 3 times a week. And this is what I do for income. So
you guys, look at his money. Look at the top right. He shows you how much he has in there he's trading with.
Yeah, like definitely, I don't have any trust issues when it comes to withdrawing. But I do want to show you a couple things though, since we're really getting into it. If you're a meme trader, and T-Square, you and I haven't really talked too much about this yet. I think this would be really interesting, even for your wife and what she does on Twitter with memes, especially with Solana memes.
Talking about my wife?
Yeah, to use MoonX and share the link, share our link on Twitter, because we get our normal commission rate is 60% with BidFi. With MoonX, we get 40% commission on all of this meme trading. And what this is on-chain. It's completely on-chain trading with memes on Solana. And it's a really cool portal. I mean, you get what you get here on MoonX. I have a MoonX shirt coming for you, actually. And so what you get here is like...
Are those boobs down there? Like 4 below whiff?
Yeah. Some random, it's some random meme. I don't know what it is. Pictures in a feed. Oh, this one's interesting, Annie. Because this is the
I just read Lucas thinking more valuable. We're looking at pixel boobs.
That's the Grok meme. But look, there's so much going on here, and what they do here on MoonX, I don't really use it, but. Oh, you can trade tokenized stocks on Solana here through your BidFi account. So you can trade Google and Tesla and Amazon. You can trade Robinhood, MicroStrategy, Circle, Apple, NVIDIA. Not only that, you can, what we have here, I look at it on my phone.
You do that over in weeks? I don't know.
Here are smart money alerts on meme trading that shows you the memes that people are like diving into, and you can track these smart money alerts to maybe get in ahead of the crowd. I don't really do this because memes aren't really my thing, but it's a lot of people's thing. you know that more than most people, T Square, because Sarah's pretty good at that. But yeah, you get MoonX. Like, there's just so much here that you can do. I really think that it's going to boom in terms of exchanges over the next few years, and it's been around since 2020, so it is battle tested through the 2022 contagion. It is battle tested through that. It's not the oldest exchange in the game, but 2020 is nothing to shake a stick at. If you survive 2022, then you're doing something right, in my opinion. And hey, didn't BitFi have a big hack? No, not BitFi. Bybit. Didn't Bybit have a big hack?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, your spot bag should never be on your trading account, right? Like, not your keys, not your crypto, guys. Your spot bags, your long-term crypto that you hold on spot should be in self-custody, and you shouldn't be trading with your spot account. Why? Because any exchange has third-party risks, and crypto is about minimizing third-party risks, right? But we like that there's tools like exchanges that allow us to to trade with high liquidity and do these things. I think that this is killing the game here. So anyways, what was I going to say now? Oh yeah, I was going to show the XRP.
You're going to pull up the chart that you were looking at on your screen.
Yeah, so Lucas said double top. Lucas said double top over here. Well, Shadow, that's we would say, like, we're hoping soon on that. You know what I mean? Like, we think that we're gonna grow this channel and do really big things.
I might be tired from like work, but dumpster diving, dude, I've been doing that before I worked at dumpster diving. At Waste Management. You know what I used to do? I used to go to Papa John's every day at 9 o'clock, right when they closed. I watched them take 4 pizzas right on top of the dumpster, bro. Dude, I was there at 9:01. I grabbed those babies, I'd bring them home, and we'd eat pizza for days, dude. It was the best thing ever. Can I ever give dumpster diving? I don't know. Dude, I used to go play against sports, and they'd throw out baseball bats and hockey gear and shoulders from football and bowling shoes. And, dude, I would just stock up. I don't even know what the heck I did with them. And actually, in fact, today I was giving away a soundbar that I found. I was giving away a surge protector I found. I was giving away a Roomba I found. I was giving away, I had an AI camera that I found. That just giving stuff away, man. I just like putting the stuff on the end of the road and people picking up and using it. And I gave away a hoverboard, not the little wheels that they adjust for like kids. I gave away one of those. I just find things in the garbage and I just think it's interesting. I'm like, why would anybody throw this out? Give it to somebody else who doesn't need it.
Yeah, man. Last word on BitFi though. We're hoping, we've been working hard on this. We're hoping that tomorrow our Discord will be ready to go, and it will be able to integrate trading signals from BitFi. So the way it works is we gave the people at BitFi our channel IDs and stuff, and they have a bot that aggregates the trade positions from all of their top traders and all of the best ROI traders on the platform, and aggregates what kind of trades are getting the best ROI. And then the bot actually every day it spits out into our Discord, starting tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed. The bot actually spits out, scalp signals, market analysis, and swing signals
Discord
into our Discord. So we have the Discord set up. The only thing we're waiting for is on BidFi's end to see if the bot is talking to our Discord. And the only thing that it takes to get these signals is to deposit $100 to sign up for BidFi with our link, and deposit $100 into your futures account. So you're not paying for the trading signals. Honestly, you're depositing into your own trading account, and you're getting these signals for free in our Discord. Now, once we hit 500 subs, I'm just telling you, we're not going to because that's when we're able to take YouTube memberships. We're not going to let people into the Discord unless they're a member of our YouTube channel, probably at about $10 a month, which is dirt cheap for trading groups. And until then, we're at 304 subs as of the last time I looked. Until then, if you get in before 500 subs, you're grandfathered in. So there you go.
Grandfathered. Everybody wants to be a grandfather. Grandfather means you succeed.
So finally, what I've been promising for 20 minutes now is that XRP. Lucas did mention a double top, and I want to maybe suggest a different way of looking at that. I think that we have a bull pennant on the 4-hour chart. And, I've learned a lot from Crypto Lifer. I think he's one of the best in the game with TA. And he says that he doesn't trust a long unless the price is above the 200 moving average.
What's your 200 trend?
The red line, the thick red line down here. Unless the price is above the 200 MA and touching the 21 MA, which it is right here, the white line. So price is above the 200, touching the 21, and the third element of that is stochastics are low. And that's down here in case there's anyone on here that's not used to reading that. Stochastics. Okay, so Lifer says he doesn't trust the long unless the price is above the 200, touching the 21 with low stochastics, and that's what we're seeing right now. Now, I would say, I don't know, could it go down a little further? Yeah, maybe. It's possible that I don't have the best drawing on this. Sometimes it's better in hindsight. You could connect the wicks down here, and it could go as low as 343 or something, and remain in a bull pennant. So I'm not saying I drew this line at the absolute most precise way. I'm connecting the candle bodies, and maybe I should be connecting the wicks because it could come down. I don't know. But either way, this looks like a bull pennant to me. And if you're flagging out touching the 21 above the 200 with low stokes, I don't know. If your leverage if you're not over leveraged, say you're on 2x leverage. Do you think we're coming down to, what's half of 350? 175? We're not coming down to 175. 3x leverage. What's 33% of 350? Maybe down here. I don't know. Maybe that's below the 200 even. So, you have some you have some things to play around with for a long, for sure. Not saying it's going to play out. I'm just saying there's another way of looking at it besides a double top. My leverage is way too high, 18x for 8% of my bag, sold at a profit, and it, yeah, you know, like, so glad I'm here. Yeah, exactly. You know, the thing is, I'm a low leverage trader. I'm going to be honest.
Dump or hype? My leverage
Like-
was way too high. 18x for 18% of my bag sold at profit, and it's lower now when I sold. So I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, I'm a low leverage trader. Like, don't get me wrong, I have my degen moments, but for me, those degen moments are 10x. If I'm scalping, I might 20x it, but it's really, really, really rare. Like, you know, and it's a double-edged sword. Like, I haven't grown my account overnight to 500 grand, right? But
You haven't lost 100 grand either.
yeah, exactly. I haven't blown up my account either, you know. So, you know, at the end of the day, like I'm just, maybe I shouldn't be talking like this, but we're always going to be honest and transparent with you guys. That's always what you're going to get. If you're trading with our link, I don't want you trading 20x because I don't want you to get liquidated.
I charted hype for you for when we're ready.
Like, I want you to live to trade another day because I want to keep making commission money, you know, from the fees that you pay. Which, by the way, the fees are not high on BigFi. They're the same as, and the maker and taker fees are the same as any other exchange. But when you sign up with our link, you get a VIP level 2. We didn't mention that earlier. You get 20% discount on fees. So I don't want you trading 20x because I don't want you to get liquidated. I want you to keep making money, and I want me to make a little bit of money because you're making
until I get liquidated.
right, you know? So, yeah. There
You want me to pull up hype, Trent?
Go for it.
All right. Pulling you off. And then I also got my picks too. So hype. You asked about hype, brother. We might have a short term up. It's kind of what it looks like right here. Very, very short term. And I say that because we have the green dot, but the momentum is kind of going up. VWAP is coming down, money flow is coming in, strength's coming down, the stokes are high. Now we go to the 4 hours. This is what I'm worried about, is that we have almost like you can say anchor wave, trigger wave to the downside, momentum coming to the downside, VWAP coming down. Money flow has been leaving out of hype. 12 hour. We have a red dot with an open door, VWAP, also open door to the downside. I mean, it looks like it probably could drop down to 41 to 38 bucks. The strength's coming down, Stokes is saying it's coming down. Everything's saying that it's been coming down. I mean, look at the money flow. It's been leaving hype. Why is it leaving hype? What is with hype? Why is it so high? You go to the daily, momentum's still been coming down. I almost had a fake out right there, but you can look at the nice green wave. The money flow has been leaving hype. Look at the VWAP. The VWAP is still angling down. The 2-day also bearish. In fact, not only is it also bearish, but we also have bearish divergence on
He says, give me a good realistic buy zone. No pressure, LOL.
You know what I would say? Realistically, dude, the 1 day, we have literally the 4 hour, 12 hour, daily, 2-day, 3-day are all bearish. 5 day, I wouldn't say it's crazy bearish, but it's not looking good. You want my advice? I would go find another coin. You want my realistic advice? I wouldn't buy anything that looks it looks bloated like a balloon with its market cap size. If I was looking at you trying to find a good buy zone at it, I mean, look at it, dude. It's ripped, dude, since back in April. It hasn't come down. As quick as things go up, they come down even faster. I don't know why it's saying that. I'm just telling you what I see. If you really want to get in, the first buy point, I would say, would be 41 bucks because it's just above 40, which is psychological level. The next level I'd be looking at is about $33. And then if you're feeling really good and you're like, okay, well, I don't have enough, and it can't continue going down, I'd be looking at $25. And if it decided to come down more, you could be, I mean, look at it, dude. It came out, shot up, and it's been this crazy uptrend. It literally looks like dominance, Bitcoin dominance, you know? This thing can crash quick and down hard. I mean, yeah, we're in the altcoin season, so, you know, maybe it's good, but dude, it does look like it's been in a straight line. You know, that's pretty scary. I mean, it could drop as low as $19 just on a whim. And then if it really wants to be a pain in the ass, it could wick to 10. Like, I would really recommend just being very cautious about this coin. I don't know what's going on with it. I mean, I know a lot of people use it. Maybe it goes straight up and it continues in the uptrend. Don't trade against the trend, right?
Okay.
But it's getting into a danger zone. I mean, on Market Cypher, the only thing good right now is the 1 hour. And the VWAP has been coming down the 1 hour, which is a sign of a fake out. And you go jump up the 4 hour, you're like, it's coming down. It looks like it could be coming down more. You jump to the 12, I would say what 6 hour says. 6 hour says nice trigger wave to the downside, okay? Then you have the 12 hour. The 12 hour says open doors to the downside with a strong bear signal of 21 to a -5. It had a 2 to a -5. It's literally been losing ground. We jump to the daily. The daily says it had a little bit of fake out right there, and it says, no, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. The green money flow, a lot of money's been leaving. VWAP is pretty much an open door. The 2-day is saying, yeah, we're dumping. We're dumping, guys. We're going to continue to dump. Maybe that was the top. I have no idea. It's dumping. VWAP still angled down. Like, I haven't seen a signal saying, not just to mention that, but you have it a lower low. It's like it's literally been low, even lower currently right now on the 2-day. The 3-day is a red dot saying it's continuing all the other time frames, with the red dot saying it's going to the downside. The strength's coming down. The money flow just tilted just slightly down, but the VWAP is also tilted down with it. And it's been an uptrend for a humongous amount of time. The the 5-day has a lower high than the previous high. But
hey, where's that 21? Where's that 21?
The 21's way down here. The 21's at $31 right now.
That's where I would set. That's where I would set a buy order, Shadow. And if the 21, look at it every day.
And look at the weekly. Okay, one more thing to earn. This is the only coin I've seen a red dot on the weekly. The weekly. I've not seen another coin on a weekly. Look, I'll scroll up. Okay, this might be really good for you. Okay, we'll go to Bitcoin. No red dot on the weekly. I guess that one had a red dot. That's dominance though, so it's a little different. Okay, no red dot on the weekly. No red dot. 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 Why is Hype have a red dot? No red dot. No red dot. No red dot. We're literally scrolling through all the top coins. Why does Hype have a red dot? Why are all the influencers pushing Hype? Why is Hype the hottest thing? Why is it unrealistically bloated? No red dots, guys. We're just scrolling through coins right now. Hundreds of coins. Even Gala and the One doesn't have a red dot. They're all saying they're going to pump, but Hype is the only one that's saying it's going to dump. You're telling me that you want to get in and you want a good number? I would stay away and buy any of these ones that have a tight trigger wave like Brett has a tight trigger wave to the upside. I have no idea why Hyperliquid has a downside. Show me the chart. I'll show you the news, right? That's what Life always says. The charts are screaming GTFO. Hype is the only one with the red dot. There it is. Hype. Red dot on the weekly. Hex, no red dot on the weekly. Why is this Hyperliquid been going straight up and nothing on this effing chart has a red dot on the weekly? If you can explain that to me, maybe you should tell me why I should buy Hype. It will go up no matter how bad it is. JK. You tell me why I should get in, and I'll tell you if I should or shouldn't. I still haven't found a single one that even Ponke said it's going to be ripping to the upside. Why would I buy? I'd rather buy Ponke than Hype. I'm just saying, I don't ever buy anything in a straight up candle, and freaking Hype is screaming to stay the hell away from it. I can't find a good reason to get into Hype. Okay, that's just telling you. Look at it. Look at that on the weekly. Shooting straight up. Why would I get in there? There's Hype, right? The only thing that looks similar, like I said before I even got there, was dominance. The dominance on Bitcoin dominance was the only thing shooting up. And I'm expecting almost a 20 to 40% retracement on the dominance. I'm expecting Hype to go down to $30 before I decide to get in. So you want to know when you should get in Hype? You should get in when it's like $20 to $30 range. Yeah. There you go. There's my analysis on hype.
Bro.
Nobody's telling me anything else.
We should clip that section. Hal says if Bitcoin gets to 130, he'll start an OnlyFans. Look at that face. Don't you want to see an OnlyFans? Now, Shadow says, I have all other coins. It's the only one I don't have exposure. Why do I feel like Shadow has like way more crypto than us?
I know Shadow almost personally. I've never met him in real life, but past histories our paths have crossed. Toronto man, market reacting to Powell announcement tomorrow. Do you think he's going to announce his retirement, Toronto man? Toronto man, why do you care about what Powell says? You're from Toronto, right? That's not American.
Also, if anyone is just tuning in or has never tuned in, please subscribe to the channel. It would touch T-Square right in his banana zone. And we'd be joining the most hydrated community.
Hydrated. I finished mine. It's gone. But I just want to talk about my picks. Okay, now you know what not to pick.
Hell yeah, Shadow! I made my fortunes on ADA below 5 cents. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh man. You know what I would look at? I'll show you. I actually wrote them down while Trent was doing TA. Where are you at, Mr.
And Pluto.
Oh, here it is. Okay, one I would look at is Tau. It is great on the weekly. It has open doors to the upside, but I want the shorter time frame. So now, why I would choose Tau? If we go to the 4 hour, it looked like it kind of wanted to clip right here, but it didn't, and we're continuing. Looks like it's lagging out right here on the 4 hour.
So, real quick, can I say that you're going into your T-Squares picks right now and starting with Tau?
Yeah. Cool. I think you're already on this. Oh, it says up next. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
T-Squares picks. Okay, so now the 4 hour looks good on Tau coin. Now that's the reason why I would look up. It looks like it's lagging up. Yeah, you'll buy an into a green candle, but hey, if you want to pick, there's your pick. And the 12 hour also looks good. Looks like we had the green dot. It confirmed. And it looks like we're continuing upside. DBSI also looks good. It looks like continuation. The money flow is really gaining momentum, and so is the VWAP. Now, my next coin I wanted to go into was actually Solana. Solana looks good on the 12 hour. Confirmed. It's still pumping. So it's I think that looks good on the 12 hour. The 4 hour, it looks like we had like a little moment right here where it's like, I don't know if I want to break up. And it looks like we're breaking through, which may be a continuation. But we do have a red dot. So it's something we have to kind of keep on because we confirmed it and we're still pumping up. But the 12 hour looks good. So maybe that's just a fake gap, guys. I mean, it is 200. That's a huge psychological level. The next one I like is QNT. Where is it at? QNT. I've always been a favorite of quant. It had a hard fake out right here. I almost wanted to make a red dot on the 4 hour. Did not make a red dot. The VWAP actually bounced off the 0 line, angling back up. Momentum wave angling back up. The money flow's coming in. Strength's going up. Stokes are high, but look at that candle on the 4 hour. It looks really good. And then we have a high DBSI saying we should get another green candle. And the 12 hour also looks like that's continuation to me. Money flow's going in, kind of have a slanted downwards VWAP. So keep an eye on that. Next coin I really wanted to talk about is Aerodrome. Now, where are you at? Aero. So if you think about all the coins, guys, we passed through before we got to these coins, okay? You just saw me scroll through 200 coins in like 5 minutes. We have a green dot on the 4 hour, okay? That's why I like Aero. The VWAP is just slightly breaking up. Strength's kind of going up. The money flow just cranked up just a couple digits. And we go to the 12 hour. The 12 hour still looks like we have upwards action. Stokes so low and strength is angling up. Money flow has actually been jumping in. VWAP's kind of plateau. It's sitting right at almost 5. And we are at like almost a higher high than where we're at currently. So if we can leg up out of this, you know, our next levels we could be looking at would be like over $1. I would say like $1. Let's say $1.10. Let's say we can break through $1. Okay, the next one that we're going to go into is actually Cookie, which is a smaller market cap. I've actually heard Crypto Lark talk about it, and the only thing I'd say about Cookie is I actually thought it was a meme coin. I'm not kidding you, for a long time. And I realized it's not actually a meme coin. So we're going to jump over to Cookie. We're going to lead into the 4 hour. Now, it's been pumping up pretty hard on the 4 hour. We have a good little fake out right here to try to scare everybody out. We had a red dot. Now we're in a green dot, guys, with the money flow coming in, the VWAP coming up with the green dot. Okay, now is this about a leg up? You kind of had like moment, like it doesn't really want it. We had a fake out, and now it actually might be leading to the upside. The 12 hour that little fake out we had didn't even appear on here because it doesn't even register because it happened in such a short time frame. The DBSI is 11. Previously, it's 11 now. They went from bears went from -4 to a -3, which means they gained a little bit of strength, but the momentum wave still says continuation. Stokes so low on 12-hour. VWAP is still above the zero line, slight angle down. Money flow is coming in strength. It's rounding, but still angling up on a slight hair. Next coin we're going to lead into is Altcoin. Now, why I like Altcoin on the 4-hour. This looks like it's legging up. It's breaking up. This looks like it had a fake out. The momentum was a continuating. The money flow came up. VWAP actually bounced off whatever this little number is. Like, let's say a 4 to the upside. Stokes are high. But guys, we're legging up. What do you expect the Stokes to stay low as we leg? I mean, come on, let's be a little realistic here. We jump over to the 12-hour. The 12-hour also looks like an open door to go upside. The money flow has been ripping into it, and the VWAP is kind of actually angling up. The strength's been coming in. Guys, to be fair to Altcoin, you guys have watched our past shows. I have not been the biggest bull on Altcoin. I'm just saying right now that it's actually doing pretty well, and that it could be a side to make money on. We skip Floki. We go on to jump into Flare. Okay, on the 4-hour on Flare, guys, it looked like it almost wanted to Bart Simpson. Said, nah, we're gonna keep pumping. And we did do it back here, a little V-shape kind of ness going on right there. But we had a green dot. The VWAP is literally almost shooting straight up. The money flow is going straight up. The momentum waves are going straight up. And I would say, yeah, this is a good bet that you have continuation. Now, you got to have a proper stop loss and proper hands to keep going. The DBSI is a 17 and was a previous 7, showing that we have a humongous strength coming in right now. Now that's the 4-hour. So we'll jump in the 12-hour. The 12-hour is saying, guys, we had that flag up. Did we want to break down? Yeah, kind of did, but we broke back up. It was a fake out. We have a 0 to a 7 for the bull is gaining strength. Now, if I was a gambling man, we're above 67, 60, so we're above the 60s, and this momentum wave looks like it's starting to make a green dot. And the money flow has been coming in, and VWAP looks like it's breaking up. So if we can get a good green dot in the 12-hour, guys, this could be a phenomenal trade, especially because, well, we said earlier we were bullish on XRP and XLM. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it because Flare's a token on top of XRP. So if XRP does good, Flare is going to do good, guys. The next coin, it will be my last coin that I'm going to lead into tonight. And I think I'm bullish pretty much on a lot of coins on Solana. But where is this coin at? Here we are. Okay, Radium. Now, why do I like Radium? One, Solana has been pumping like a mofo. And we talked about Solana earlier in the Tyler picks or T-Square picks that we could be bullish on Solana. Now, we have a green dot currently on Ray. So if Solana decides to want to rip, I bet your Radium's going to outperform Solana. With the money flow has been coming in, it's actually kind of had like a little nice rounded bottom with the money flow coming back in. The VWAP is breaking slightly above the zero line, coming in at 1.78 with a green dot. Strength angling up. Stokes are high. The Bears went from a 6 to a 2 to a -1 to a 13. Why did we make a giant chomp? What is happening on Solana in the background that we don't know about? In fact, it not only came down, but it formed a higher high than our previous high, which is amazing news. Maybe that is another leg up. We go to the 12-hour. The 12-hour didn't even register. Like Solana didn't register. That short little dip down to the downside. We did go from an 18 to a 12. So that's kind of an iffy thing. But if you go back over and the money flow has been coming in, the momentum is still going up, strength still coming in, Stokes are high. The only thing that shows that we had slight negativity was the VWAP slightly angling down. But as long as it's above the zero line, I always am bullish with the VWAP. Now, if it broke below, I would say, okay, keep an eye on that. That looks definitely iffy. I like Cookie a lot. AI agent play. You know more about Cookie than I do. I just know that people have asked me to look on it. I didn't even jump to the daily, and the daily on Radium really does look like a leg up, man.
Well, it's breaking the 200 MA on the daily.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. On the daily, it's breaking the 200. Wouldn't you say that's a bullish sign, Trent?
Yes. Yeah. That's entry signal, especially with the 21 curving up. Yeah. I'd say that candle's got to close.
Don't dox us, Lucas.
Yeah. Don't forget to. Thank
Hey,
you,
Lucas.
Lucas. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Lucas. I definitely don't. You could say this is a sacrifice, dude. I love being here, man. You could ask Sarah. I love talking to crypto to people, even in the real world. I was a part of this group for my church, and like, hey guys, what the music pastor's like, hey, I'm moving out from the music. I'm gonna do like community development, and he's like, we're gonna build communities for people. I'm like, does that mean I get people I can talk to crypto with? I love this, So it's like this really is a passion of mine to be able to talk to you guys. I just love it. Although Powell is not resigning, dude, I'll take a bet on that, Pepe. I'll bet you that Powell probably does resign. Maybe not tomorrow, but I bet you he does resign before the end of his term. Well, Trump's going to dump the market again. He probably will, but it's okay. He builds it back. As long as he builds it back better than it was before it dumped, I'm okay with that.
I'll show one thing before we end our poll for Crypto Cemetery.
Not a chance. Oh, no way, dude. He's totally going to resign.
BTC.D.
So crazy. It's just me now whenever I talk crypto, dude. I feel it, bro. You know what everyone's number one conversation is? They ask me, how much Bitcoin do I own? I'm like, that's kind of like a confidential thing. That's like me asking them, how big's your bank account? I'm like, do I really want to disclose that? I generally do, but it's just kind of a weird question.
Yeah.
I always lean into I'm alt heavy, and they go, huh? What's alts?
Yeah. I usually just
side lover.
So look, before we end the poll on Crypto Cemetery, look, BTC.D. Now, why am I bringing this up? Pepe says, Trump's going to dump the market again. And here's my thing about Trump's going to dump the market again. I don't know if I see it. Like, look, on the 4-hour BTC.D.
Whoever subscribed to us, thank you so much for being a 305 subscriber, guys. I know you're out there. We'll remember you forever.
Heck yeah. We come up. What happens when we come up to the
Everyone
21?
Tries to at least one Bitcoin. It's
the 21 MA, and then get rejected. Somewhere around this level, right? Or
only the Asian market's can afford to get into one Bitcoin, whatever they want.
Or somewhere around this level, if 21 keeps coming down. Like, I don't know. I think, look, Bitcoin dominance is trying to bounce. Okay, you look at how oversold the RSI is right here. Right? Oversold. However, the Stokes are climbing up, and the RSI can do the sort of thing where it goes
Pepe. I called that, Pepe. I said 40K would be bottom, and 50K would be 40K wick would be the bottom, 50K would be our price target range. Take the average cost of 48K per Bitcoin. You follow the last previous halving, that's where it would end up.
Same thing over here. We've been on the daily. Bitcoin dominance has lost the 200 moving average. It's trying to bounce at this uptrending line of support, but what kind of bounce it's going to get is yet to be seen. See, the Stokes can look at how low the Stokes are. Like, yeah, that's showing you that it's finding support at the bottom, and it is, right? We see that uptrending line. Here's what I'm seeing, though. The Stokes can start to recover on the daily. See, but by the time it gets there, you come back over to the 4-hour, and it's going to be, oh, look, a candle just closed on the 4-hour, and look at how high the Stokes are. So you look at the daily again, and once the Stokes come, try to make a recovery, the 4-hour is already going to be way overbought on Bitcoin dominance. So, I see an attempt at a relief rally on Bitcoin dominance, and I see a rejection coming in somewhere. If not the 21 MA, then I see it coming in at one of these lines of resistance. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Trump dumping the market, I think that that's a thing of the past. If he does, it's going to be they're going to be like more shallow dips. Anyways,
That's bad. Swap money, swap for Casper right now.
I'm gonna end the poll for Crypto Cemetery unless somebody can turn this around and add your vote and make it happen.
Flatsmack is in hard argument right now, Trent. He's in a hard argument. He does not believe that Casper belongs to be the dead crypto coin. The bear market will take the total market cap back to 1 trillion. What do you think the market cap's going to get to then? 5 trillion? Bring it back down to 80%? Hey, Flatsmack, hey, you know what? Don't be questioning flat earthers, Shadow. I'm not going to say what I don't say, but I don't say that I totally believe the earth is round. You could ask Trent. We've had this conversation before. Right, Trent?
Yeah. I just ended the poll. We're coming in at Caspa with 44% of the votes, Monero with 34% of the votes, Melania with 20%, and Adam with 0%, which is perfectly logical. Germany dumped more than that and didn't even dump on the day. Yeah, Caspa, I just don't understand it. People think that it's the next tech revolution in crypto, but at the end of the day, it's proof of work. And if you're not going to be the next iteration,
it was bad.
I don't see proof of work coins other than Bitcoin. I mean, even Bitcoin, the only way Bitcoin participates is liquidity. I don't see proof of work coins participating in the next iteration of the internet, right? I see Bitcoin as a proof of work coin leading the next iteration of finance and therefore providing liquidity for the next iteration of the internet. But guys, it's all of the proof of stake coins and the DAGs that are participating in the next iteration of the internet. I just don't think Caspa's in it. So,
something too, Trent. There's no like fact checking behind this, but I heard the other day one of the reasons why we could have traded sideways so long this market instead of just being more ripping up is that actually the U.S. was secretly dumping Bitcoin, and they only have 10,000 coins right now from the 100,000 that they originally had. Now, I have no idea if that's actually true or not. Maybe it'll come out. There was a possibility that I did hear.
Trump's going to change that, though. So, moving on to Cardano Spotlight. Let's see here. I have a couple of things on our X account to go over.
Shadow, it did, but the FUD and longs dropped us more than people thought. Dude, longs wrecked us, bro. Longs freaking wrecked us. Dude, I didn't even go over the liquidity today.
So we have Cardano integrates with Apple devices via Cardano Kit. Developers can now embed ADA payments and Web3 features in apps, with Apple Pay support simplifying direct ADA purchases from iPhones. So ADA payments are coming to Apple Pay. This is going to mean that you can you can get a Cardano wallet as an app on your iOS device, on your iPhone, and you can buy Cardano with Apple Pay.
Is that true, Pepe? Because I feel like that's pretty crazy. If only $6 to $7 billion worth of Bitcoin can cause it to dump 90K out of our 120K, so you're talking about almost 80% dump. I mean, Bitcoin's Bitcoin's over $1 trillion market cap. So there's 1,000 billions in 1 trillion. So that seems very obscure if that's actually truth.
Yeah. Shadow says that's if no one buys. That's correct. Now look, the principle the principle of what Pepe's saying is right. Like, it's the same thing on the way up. Like, it only takes, 200 to 300.
Flat Smack, just so you know, sorry, Trent. He's talking about Caspa. There's some shady stuff, Flat Smack. We've talked about this before with Caspa. The original blocks somehow got, I don't know if they voted on them or what, but the original blocks of Caspa split. However they did it are hidden. You can't find them anymore, but they are there.
Like, Pepe, I get what you're saying. Like, same thing on the upside. It only takes, $200-300 billion of injection of liquidity to move the market cap 1 to 2 trillion because of derivatives. I get it. But it is a little bit more complicated than just saying 6.7 billion, sell pressure, takes us down to 90K. Like Shadow said, that's if no one is buying that dip. And then also, I don't know if that's the exact numbers. I'd have to crunch it. But the principle, yes, it takes less money than you think to dump it or pump it on spot. So in principle, yes, you're right. But like those exact figures, I don't know. I'd have to crunch the numbers. And then also, it's not that simple. Like Shadow says, that's if it's not being met with a bullish injection of liquidity, when we get some dips. So there you go. Cardano Spotlight. So we have Cardano. You're going to be able to buy Cardano through Apple Pay, and you're going to be able to pay for things in app or point of sale with your Cardano via Apple Pay. This is big stuff. So there was that post, and then we also retweeted this. Ouroboros layoffs will scale Cardano to thousands of transactions per second. I think that it meant to say millions. It's already thousands of TPS. Possibly making it the first to solve the blockchain's trilemma: scalability, decentralization, and security. I do think that Algorand and HBAR come pretty close to that as well. But
Hedera, HBAR barbarians.
So there you go. And then finally, for Cardano Spotlight, fact: Cardano remains one of the easiest blockchains in the world to run a node. No third-party middleware. You don't have to buy any hardware to run a node. No complex setup.
Galvin says he just wants a trench shirt.
Only one install, one command, and you're synced. Decentralized by design, accessible by anyone. This is why Cardano is this, and midnight interoperability is why Cardano is at the forefront of the next iteration of the internet. Wait and see. So, who said about the shirt? Oh, Calvin. Yeah, this was one of the old BitBoy shirts. So there you go. Yeah, man. So that brings us to a wrap up.
Hey, dude, I enjoyed this show today. I thought it was great. I mean, I enjoy every show, don't get me wrong, but just today felt like the engagement was very high and kept my mind sharp.
Yeah, man.
Well, guys, we've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. That's usually 10 minutes more than what we normally do. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming on. Thank you, Flat Smack, for showing up. Thank you, Pepe. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, scroll faster, Tyler, Lucas. Thank you, Hal. Thank you. I'm just, man, you guys have been popping off. So I was saying, you guys were, Sean, for showing up. Thank you. You guys have been popping off, man. A lot of people are just showing up. A lot of engagement. Thank you, G Heaven. I know GIG came in here. Thank you, GIG. Thank you, everybody who just came in, showed the love for the Brew Crew community. We're the most hydrated crypto community out there, guys. The Discord's coming. Don't you worry. We got merch coming too. It's gonna be a good times. If you guys haven't hit the like, subscribe. Thank you for all the new people showing up, guys. Brew Crew, thanks you so much. We have a great community. We are out for the night. You'll see me tomorrow morning. I don't know if Trent's showing up or not, but we will be here tomorrow to go over RTA, see if it played out. Awesome.